I had to hit record, or else we wouldn't.
Yeah,
be
see
doing-
why I was making you scoot up, because you were blocking him.
Did it start?
Okay.
Okay. In 2014, 93% of all corn planted in the U.S. was genetically modified, according to the USDA. A genetically modified organism is any organism whose genetic material has been altered using genetic engineering techniques. GMOs are the source of medicines and genetically modified foods. Genetically modified organisms are not as harmful as they are made out to be. First, we will discuss how a GMO diet compares to a non-GMO diet. 30 years of research on more than 100 billion animals has found that there are no adverse effects when comparing GMO diets to a non-GMO diet. The U.S. produces more than 9 billion food-producing animals each year, and more than 95% of them are fed genetically modified feed. According to a study conducted over 29 years by animal geneticist scientist Alison Bonney from UC Davis, there were no negative connotations associated with the animals being fed a GMO diet as compared to the animals that were fed a 100% non-GMO diet. The GMO-based diet was also safe and nutritionally equivalent to the non-GMO feed. Not only are the GMO and non-GMO diets equally nutritional, GMO can also be carried by insects and help reduce pest populations. Not all GMOs are plants or food. GMO variations include insects, fungal pathogens, and bacteria. A research project conducted by Oxitec altered the gene sequence of male mosquitoes and caused the females that were bred with these altered males to become infertile. This helped reduce the mosquito population and, as a result, reduce disease such as malaria, yellow fever, and encephalitis. Insects have also been genetically modified to target certain other pests, thereby reducing targeted pest numbers and indirectly reducing the amount of pesticide required to grow crops. GMO can also help control disease in livestock. Genetically modified organisms present higher resistance to pests and disease. A study by Monsanto showed that Bacillus thuringiensis, a bacteria being used to increase insect resistance, was able to kill off many damaging insects. Once the insect consumes any part of the plant, it will soon die. This reduces the pest population and the harmful effects they can have on harvests. Also, according to Dr. Dennis Donovan of the U.S. National Library of Medicine, there is a hormone called lysostatin that blocks staph. This hormone is being used in dairy cattle to prevent the spread of staphylococcus, which is a major factor causing mastitis. Mastitis is an infection of the mammary gland. By killing this bacteria, lysostatin saves numerous cattle each year. We can now see how genetically modified organisms are not as harmful as they have been made out to be. We compared a GMO diet to a non-GMO diet and found that there were no negative connotations in reference to a GMO diet. Also, not all GMOs are in plants or food. Some help sterilize the reproduction of pests. GMOs also have a higher resistance to pests and insects. Now remember that according to the USDA, 93% of all corn planted in the U.S. was genetically modified. If that fact made you uncomfortable in the beginning, you now know you really have nothing to worry about. GMOs affect the vast majority of our crops